Thank you, bro.
We're excited to get you, all right? So I'm gonna let our owner, Terry Pagula, say hello to you.
Yeah, let's do it. Hey, put the playbook on the plane.
Put the playbook on the plane? Okay.
That is how he will be remembered. Put the playbook on the plane. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, that's something I thought of in a moment. Get that extra edge.
Who's dedicated to his craft.
I'm excited.
Going for the win.
Man, so Kaiir Elam, how did we get here with this guy? From basically, kind of falling in love with him and actually trading up a couple spots, taking him in the first round to him not even dressing in our first 2 games this year in his second season. Let's take a look at this, guys.
Up on the nose. Why? Check for a pistol.
Defensive backs here, and start with this guy here. What do you like about him?
Pass deflected and incomplete. Kaiir Elam coming off the edge.
This guy, makes us longer. He's big, he's strong, kind of like some of the press technique.
Jarred loose there nicely by Elam.
Definitely gives us a chance to match up against some of those bigger receivers in our division.
I'll tell you what, Kaiir Elam, he is an elite boundary cornerback.
He's a program fit, scheme fit, culture fit.
I'm with you, BG. I think this guy would help us. He's our type of kid. He's competitive. He's got bloodlines. And this kid's checking a lot of boxes as we get close.
We worked hard. We built consensus with the coaching staff, trust the process, and that will lead us to the best decisions. And
Now, the Bills did something else later in that draft that seemed insignificant at the time, but it actually became very, very important. In the 6th round, they drafted Christian Benford out of Villanova. Now, I remember at the time some people even said, hey, maybe this is a guy that can turn into a safety. Our safeties are getting older or whatnot.
Foles taking a shot down.
And to a lot of people's surprise, week 1 last year, it wasn't Kaiir Elam across from Dane Jackson. Now, remember, Trey White was still hurt. So Dane Jackson was actually on number 1. And if you remember early on, Benford actually got more snaps than Elam in the first couple games. Now, what happens is Benford gets hurt, and then Trey White comes back in the middle of the year. So we only started about 5 games earlier on. He only played in about 9 games. So I don't think a lot of people thought that it would be Trey White and Benford when this season started. Last year it sort of seemed like it was a matchup thing with Elam or Benford or whoever played. And one thing I will give Kaiir credit for is he played very well against Tyreek Hill last year. And this is kind of the point I'm making about all this is I'm really wondering, we play the Dolphins not this week but next week. And I'm going to be very intrigued to see if Kaiir is activated that game and if he plays or even starts. So basically, my question is to everyone is, where do we go from here with Elam? It's great to have, a lot of cornerback depth and everything, but not first-round picks that you actually traded up for. I mean, you got to think of the capital that we spent on this guy, and I just don't want to see another Boogie Basham type thing where, it's just a worthless pick. I think Kaiir Elam has talent. I think he can play in this league. And I'm not saying he's better than Benford or deserves to start over Benford, but I think this is just a real interesting player that we have now that hasn't dressed for the first 2 weeks. So let's say a playoff NFC team has some injuries and somebody like the Niners or Cowboys wants to give us a third, like a 4th for Elam. Would you take that?
On the quarterback. This is a huge moment. It's 3rd and 19. Percentage of getting this is so low for Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, and Josh Allen against a dominant defense over the years. He's in an end zone, so you're going to be a little nervous about taking a sack. You're on the road, you have the lead in a playoff game, and you're going to throw a go route into shell coverage with 2 guys back there.